So today we're talking about one of the most talked about ultra budget IEMs, the Castor Silver Harman edition. This unit was loaned to me by Ninja Siren, so I thank him for the opportunity for me to test this IEM out. At around 500 pesos or 8 to 10 US dollars, this is one of the cheapest dual dynamic drivers you can get right now. So now let's go to the unboxing experience where you get the typical KZ accessories like this silver plated copper cable, which is a QDC 2-pin 3.5mm jack, and some small, medium, and large ear tips. These accessories are typical of what you will see from other KZ IEMs. Now for the shell of this IEM is a metal build with a resin body. As you could see, it reflectorizes the light but that dual dynamic drivers. For the comfort, it fits fine for me but it is quite wider than the usual single dynamic drivers from other IEMs. For the cable quality, it is not really that great since it holds its memory and tangles pretty easily. But if it is your first IM, then it just works fine. For the ear tips, I used the KZ Medium Starline but I reversed it in order to improve the seal and isolation. Now let's move on to the sound, where this IM follows a V-shape Harman style tuning but it is quite smoother compared to the older KZ sets. Starting with the bass, you get a bit of a sub-bass rumble and a decent mid-bass punch, where it sits right between the neutral and bass boosted, so it's versatile for most tracks and genre. It is fun but still controlled, which doesn't bleed into the mids, where with these tuning switches, you could increase the bass by 1 decibel for the first switch and 2 decibels for the second switch. Now moving on to the mid-range, the vocals are clear and forward for both male and female. While female vocals may sound tough at times or slightly metallic, but compared to the EDC Pro which I used before, the vocals here are definitely cleaner but not to the point of being shouty. For the treble, it is smooth and relaxed while providing enough detail and air for enjoyment. Now for the sibilance, it is quite non-existent, but if ever it does show up in some songs, it is not really harsh. And then for the technicalities, for me, the soundstage is just average, considering that this is a dual dynamic driver, but for the imaging, it is actually quite good for hearing footsteps and the direction of the enemy, especially when you turn up the 3 and 4 switches. For the separation, it is good where instruments don't get too messy and you can distinguish the layerings pretty well. Now for the tuning switches, these are a nice tool for you to customize your sound liking, where I personally prefer the all down switch or the up up down down for a clean and smooth sound. For me, the down down up up sounded quite harsh for me, and the up 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 felt a little bit distorted and low res for me. But this really depends on your preference, and if you're sensitive to treble like I am. Well, the KZ Castor IM is a solid budget set right here which gets the fundamentals right, especially for the price. Where if you're on a tight budget and want to try a dual dynamic driver IM, then this is a safe option from KZ which is proven and tested over the years. But if this is your first IM, you might also want to check out newer options that offer better overall performance. Thank you for watching my review, and see you on the next review. Ciao!